Hello, I hate that bit. That screen that comes up. I'm sat there smiling at the camera for like 3 seconds, not knowing when I'm actually going to be live. I am live. Hello, my name's Adam, and you are watching Cultaholics live reactions to Saturday night's main event. It's lovely to see the chat lighting up already. Nice to see you. Hello, Big Jilm. Hello, Emmett. Hello, Luke Case. Hello, Five. How you all doing? Nice to see you. I've got to change the thing as well. I've got to change the thing from top chat to live chat so I can actually see all of you. Hello, Brett. Nice to see you, mate. Franklin. Hi. How you doing? Mog. You all right? How are you all doing? Everybody grand? Everybody looking forward to Saturday night's main event? I know I am. Honestly, I think it's a really, really predictable show, obviously. We got 4 matches tonight and a contract signing featuring HBK. But the one that I'm most looking forward to is the one non-title match on the show. We got 3 titles on the line. Rhea defending against Nia. You got Gunther defending against Jay. You got Sheamus challenging Bron Breakker for his IC title. Really looking forward to all of them. I'm buzzing for a Braun Strowman match. Never thought I'd see this. No, I am. I'm really looking forward to Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu tonight. Looking well rested, Adam. Thank you, Paul. Cheers. I've been sleeping all day. It's been a lovely, lovely day. But I've really been looking forward to this as well. We got 7.5 minutes, and then the show will get underway. I just wanted to say hello, get started before the show goes live. It's available to watch on YouTube. I think you got to be on Peacock in the US. Am I right? I saw somebody say that in the chat. If you want a link, I'll just chuck it on here now. It might work wherever you live. It might not work. Different rules for different countries. So you can click that link if you want to watch along at home. I assume you do. I always find it weird when people don't. You got to be Peacock in the USA. Is that right, James? Fair play. Nice to see you all. Anyway, we are not watching Blind Date tonight. We are watching Saturday night's main event. Sans, unfortunately, Hulk Hogan. Apparently, it's been scrapped. Family business. He's got something to do. Apparently, they still talk to him. But no, he's got a prior family engagement. And that was the bit that I was looking forward to the most, because it was reported that they were just going to crack on with it. They're still sponsoring his beer, or the beer is still sponsoring them. You know what. But I was looking forward to seeing Hulk Hogan and the reaction to Hulk Hogan, because I really, really enjoyed it on Raw. But unfortunately, no Hulk Hogan tonight. Thank you very much, by the way. We've already had a couple of super chats and donation and super chat come through. Your hair looks nice tonight, Adam. Thank you very much. I've not even brushed it, mate. I've really made the effort today. Literally, I've been wearing this cardigan all week. Chucked on a t-shirt, not wearing anything down there. Alex Takeover as well. Thank you very, very much, mate. Hello, Adam. Hope everything is good with you and Shoes. All grand. Nothing to report here, mate. Just a very relaxing day. Been playing Balatro. Been looking forward to some Relin. I can't sleep because of a massive headache, so I decided to watch the Relin with our leader and the lovely chat people. There's a few of them. There's a few lovely chat people. There's some scumbags as well. What time is it on in the UK? It's on in 6 minutes. 6 minutes, mate. Anyone got the link to the stream? I'll just keep posting. I'll just do that. There you go. What time is it for you again? It is 00:54. It's 6 minutes to 1 a.m. Not very nice way to describe Muse. No, there's not just Muse, is it? Unfortunately, we can't show the Relin on screen because our channel would be taken down and we would all be out of work. Hopefully you understand and aren't too angry. I mean, it's only been like that for, what, 9 years now? Been saying the same thing, but no, we can't show the show, the actual wrestling on our stream. And it's political correctness gone mad, to be honest, isn't it? But I will continue to say it for the next 9 years, no doubt. Lyndon Kendall, thank you very, very much, mate. Adam, it finally happened. 2.5 years, and we finished our story. We were absolutely ribbed. We were told we were losing tonight in our tag title match, and happy to say, and you at tag team champs, you didn't realise you were going over. That's class, mate. Congratulations. Lyndon, if you're unaware, is a professional wrestler. He's been training for a while, started doing shows. He's been a long-time viewer and everything. And now you can refer to him as champ. One half of the tag team champions. That's awesome, mate. Congratulations. Jordan, now that the compliment is out of the way, have you watched Rubber yet? No, and I'm not going to watch Rubber. I don't want to watch a stupid horror film about a tyre. It's not for me, and that's fine. That's fine. Any sensible horror movie recommendations, I'm all for. That's what I want. I don't want to watch the tyre film. All right. Steven Skodes as well. Thank you very much, mate. Hello, boss man. Hope all is well, my friend. And with you. I hope you're grand. Lovely to see you, mate. Jolly Roly Poly. Thank you very much. Ayap Adzi Wadzi. No, you've written Adzi Wazdi. It looks Polish. It's not. As now the 26th, it's officially my 26th birthday. Happy birthday, mate. Enjoy Sunday night winter slam. Jesus Christ. By the way, Jey Uso will never be world champion. Yeet. I think he will. I think he will because he's been there for so bloody long. I guess the easiest comparison to make is probably Kofi Kingston. A lot of people will have said that his ceiling was like upper mid-card and the fans got behind him enough to make it happen. And I think the same can happen with Jey. Obviously, he's so unbelievably over. He shifts merch like nobody's business. I think one day they'll do it. And I think it'll be a fairly short reign. I think it'll be like 2-3 months or something like that. A similar length to Kofi's maybe, which was longer than a lot of people thought it was going to be. I think he will. His time will come, but the timing's not quite right now. We've got 3 minutes and 3:16. Would you believe it? Couldn't write it, could you? 3:16 till Saturday night's main event does begin. I just saw they posted a little like a social media clip. Shawn Michaels, Triple H. They did a very funny gag where Triple H was wearing the cowboy hat, and he went something like, "Oh, I'm not who you thought I was, were you?" And I didn't even think it was Triple H. I thought he was doing a JR joke. Jordan, jokes aside, I support the Tusk recommendations. I'll check it out. And sorry, Dragonberry Mead as well. There, watch Tusk, great horror film. What's Tusk about? Is it an elephant thing? Brett, thank you very much. You're looking healthy, Patch Man. Your Twitch VOD's available through Patreon, by the way, chat. Bless you, mate. You're better at my job than I am, that's for sure. Have been keeping me sane lately, so I can promise you're looking the best you have in years, man. Thank you so much. Cheers. But, you know, thank Ozempic. I hope wrestling has been as fun for you as it has been for me. I'm loving it right now, right? Me and Andrew doing the live reaction stuff, I just sat down and chatted with him not too long ago. And I'm having the most fun doing the live streams that I've had in so very long. It's just a joy to be watching this stuff at the moment. And, you know, the same goes for any of the live streams we do. But I think especially right now, WWE, I just think it's really, really fun to watch. And I'm looking forward to tonight. It's a weird one, Saturday night's main event. Because the first one, super, super hyped. And then this one, not only has it come really, really quick, like since the last Saturday night's main event, but also we're a week away from the Rumble as well, so obviously it doesn't have the hype of the first one. But I think it's going to be a really good night. And lovely to see you, Brett. Thank you so much. Cheers. Appreciate it. We've got 1 minute 30 seconds to go. Spike D, hey Tory boy, not sent a super chat since Hell in a Smell days. Like Spike still going on? Just about. I always forget. But yeah, it massively helps us out. So please, I was wondering what that was. I thought my phone was going off. That Saturday night main event just about to start. We are live on YouTube. Lovely to see you, Spike. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for the super chat as well. Pacitti Lover 69, love you, Daddy. That's nice. Thank you. Cheers, son. Eli, Evening Glorious Leader. Just turned 27 the other day. Saturday night's all right for the Relin. Ready for Saturday night's meet event with Jacob and Braun. Honestly, mate, I'm so excited for that one. So excited. And it's one of those weird ones where if we get a really good match, I'll be chuffed, obviously. If we get a squash with Jacob just demolishing Braun, I'll be over the moon as well. What could go wrong? I don't know, like a 6-minute stinker where Braun goes over. But that's not going to happen. Jacob's going to look amazing tonight. I can't miss anything Jacob does. Not that I would anyway, but he's the one where everything he does is just truly must-see. And I'm very, very hyped for a Braun Strowman match for once. Vincent Dale, thank you. Hi, Adam. That's a smashing cardigan. What was your favourite knock-knock joke? And do you know any wrestling ones? I don't know any wrestling ones. No. Not. Literally, I can't think of a... Knock-knock jokes aren't really my thing, to be honest. Give me some knock-knock jokes in the chat, and I'll read them out and pretend to enjoy them. Vincent, lovely to see you, mate. Hey, oh, bloody hell, Aaron. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you. That's really, really kind of you. My leader, I'm just off a week-long metal festival on a cruise ship. It was electric as always. Home in time to show love for my favourite wrestle boy. More 2K streams, please? You won't have to wait too long, mate. It's in the works. And if any fellow shiprockers are in the chat, I hope you all made it home safely. Is that what it was called? The Shiprock Festival? You'll have to excuse my ignorance on this one. I'm not familiar with... Well, I know about the Jericho cruise, but I didn't realise that wasn't just... It's starting. Aaron, thank you so much, mate. Then, now, forever, I'll time you in, right? Rhea, Punk, Randy, now. Becky, Cody. Can you hear this all right? Taker. Rock, Cena, Roman, Austin. Wait for it. Sync point. Together. I'll tell you when the logo fades. Now. There you go. Aaron, thank you again. We're at the Frostbank Center. San Antonio. I've been to San Antonio. Has that been renamed since I went like 15, 20 years ago? Hot crowd. Can't wait to hear it's the biggest gate in San Antonio history. Is this on Netflix? I can't find it. No, it's not on Netflix, mate. Apparently it's on Peacock in the US. YouTube here in the UK. There's a link for you. Might work where you are, might not. But apparently you need to be on Peacock for this. Still buzzing about the entranceway and the stage and everything. Cody in a really beautiful coat. Got the contract signing as well. The Canadian son of a security systems technician. He's class, isn't he? He's been absolutely on fire. Not that Owens ever sort of drops the ball or anything. He's always just fantastic. But I think he's been especially fantastic in this feud with Cody. I wouldn't be disappointed if Owens beats him at Rumble. I would put money on it not happening. But I think, especially after Roman's super long reign, I don't think we need another super long reign from Cody. I'm at the point, and again, I don't think it'll happen. If Cena goes on to win the Rumble, challenges Cody, and then breaks the record, beats Cody at WrestleMania, I wouldn't complain. I genuinely wouldn't complain, and I'm not even bored of Cody's reign. Like, I'm enjoying Cody's reign. I think he's doing a great job. But maybe he's a guy, like Cena, who doesn't need super, super long reigns. He's just going to pick up lots of them. I will not yeet for you, James. I'm not a performing monkey. That is beautiful. Cadillac? Honky? Oh, it's Ted DiBiase. He can't do that jacket up anymore, can he? Bless him. We've got our first legend of the night. He's looking really fantastic for his age, actually, Ted. He's another guy, like John Tenter, like Earthquake, right? Who looked beyond his years all the time. He always looked like an old man, even when he started out. Oh, we get a new video package. Jesse the Body's back tonight. Again, Hulk Hogan will not be there tonight, unfortunately. I really thought the first Saturday night's main event, which isn't the first Saturday night's main event, the first of the new Saturday night main event, I really, really enjoyed it as well. I'm optimistic about this one, but again, the hype doesn't seem to quite be on the same level, but maybe that's understandable with it being the second one so soon after. Thank you very much, by the way, to the Irish Viking. Who will be a world champion first, Jay or Sammy? That's a good question. I don't have a great deal of like analysis or thinking there, because that's a proper coin flip to me. I think Sammy. I reckon it'll be Sammy. Just starting now, the pyro's gone off. I don't know what we're kicking off with, by the way. I think Sammy will do it. But do you want to capitalise on just how hot Jay is? No, because it's not a fleeting thing, is it? Jay is just now relentlessly over and will continue to be over. That's not going anywhere. I think Sammy. But again, coin flip. Joe and Jesse tonight. No Michael Cole on hand? How's the Tory plebeian doing? Love you really. Thank you, Kingdom's Muse. Lovely to see you as well. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking. Hell of a jacket from the Body. Is that Public Enemy? It is a Public Enemy hat he's got on as well. Why is it Spanish? Mine's not Spanish. He's shooting. He's getting political already. I can't speak Spanish. Is yours in Spanish? Yours isn't in Klingon. I love that. What intrigues you the most? And he has to look down at his notes. It's got to be the title match. Jay versus Gunther. Literally reading off the paper. Has no clue what's going on, bless him. I'm really, like, we've got 2 proper beefcake matches tonight, haven't we? Maybe 3 if you count Rhea and Nia. But Sheamus, again, it's not going to happen. Because I don't think they'll cut Bron's IC title reign off this soon again. But I'd be buzzing if Sheamus picked it up. Maybe you want to do that on a grander stage, actually. It's such a big thing for Sheamus to win the IC title. We are kicking things off with the women's title match. Okay. That's a bit of a surprise. We've got Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley up first. Nia Jax making her entrance right now. Jordan, our guy gets turned into a walrus and it was made by Kevin Smith, based off a meme he legitimately thought was real. Is this a horror film? Sorry, this is Tusk. Tusk. Walrus. Tusk. Gotcha. Thank you, Jordan. I will check it out. I've been recommended that a few times, maybe even by you. Schmidt, thank you very much. If you want a couple of great horror movies, as long as you don't mind subtitles, not at all. When Evil Lurks on Prime is brutal. Veronica on Netflix is terrifying. I've not heard of either of those. I recently watched the, not proper horror films or anything. I don't know what even to categorize them as. You know, the Pearl trilogy? I thought the first one was fantastic. Second was alright. Third one, really, really enjoyed again. I can't even remember what they're called. The Pearl ones, you know. Weird films. There you go. Pat and Michael. JW Pringle. Anyone else in the States getting Spanish language bleed through? Apparently this is a common problem. A few people have been saying it. No, I haven't heard any Spanish yet. I wonder if Rhea... I think Rhea's walking into WrestleMania as champion. I still haven't picked... We're doing predictions this Thursday, myself and Andrew. And I still haven't picked my women's Rumble winner. I'm going for Cena on the men's side. I think. Watch the video, obviously, still. I'm going for Cena on the men's side. I don't think it's Charlotte anymore. It's fixed on NBC. Grand. No more Spanish on NBC. Jared, thank you very much. Hello, Adam, you sexy baby, in the Taylor Swift sense of the phrase. Thank you. I hope you're having a good evening and have a good show. I just put a tenner on Jordan Grace to win the Women's Rumble. How do you rate my chances? If I was a bookie, I'd be giving that like an 8-1. Because surely not, right? But maybe. What a debut, right? If she comes onto the main roster straight away, because she's somebody that should be skipping NXT. I think the women's NXT roster, by the way, is so stacked anyway, they don't need Jordan Grace there. I'd put her straight on the main roster, have her come in and win the Rumble. I quite like that. What odds did you get out of the odds were 10-1. I think that's worth a tenner, mate. I don't think that's a bad shout at all. And I thoroughly encourage all of you to put a tenner on. No, I think that's not bad. I'm not going to encourage gambling. Kingdom's Muse, thank you very much again. Uncle Cracker, follow me, Adam, and everything will be all right. It's good. It's a great song, that. I only know that, and I didn't know this until a few years ago, but Uncle Cracker did the X Factor song. You know, the terrible stable of Albert, Just Incredible, and X-Pac. I had to think who was even in it then. X-Factor, that was Uncle Cracker as well. What you looking at? Pacitti Lover, all jokes aside, been a fan for years, genuinely one of my favourite content creators, and wish nothing but love and success to you, Adam. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Hence the username, I guess. Pacitti Lover, thank you very much. That said, been doing it for close to a decade, and you haven't learned how to spell my surname. There's no H, but I love you anyway. Thank you very, very much. In dealing with the X Factor. I quite like the song, actually. Big fight feel here. I got Cena and Charlotte because both win, lol. I think they're not safe bets, are they? Loving that mic thing. They're not safe bets because anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. But I would assume with the bookies, they're the favourites. I'm pretty dead set on Cena now. Oof. Nia attacking before the bell. Getting the heat in. Yeah, I think they want to do Cena Cody. I think it's like the biggest money match that they could possibly do. I don't know if The Rock's going to be there or not. But if you've not got Rock and you've got Cena, I think Cena Cody's the one to go for. And a real passing of the torch moment. That said, I did just say a moment ago, I sort of want Cena to win. I don't know. Beautiful DDT by Nia. Already regaining control. Taking Nia off her feet. Joe really reminds me of Mauro. Oh, Tess, do you reckon? Similar voice. I think they both show passion as well. He's very good, Joe, isn't he? He's been very, very good. He's picked it up so quick. Pat McAfee on comms muting my stream. Yeah, people have really turned on Pat, haven't they? He doesn't seem to piss me off as much as he pisses other people off. But sometimes he does get a bit much. You really notice it on the longer shows, don't you? It's like, I know that's his thing, right? He's a madman. He's always going crazy and everything, and that's why people like him. But maybe it can get a bit exhausting from time to time. I'm still glad he's there. Pat's just copy and paste. It's too repetitive. I can understand that criticism as well. As above, so below is a good Blair Witch horror. Like a found footage thing. Oh, big Samoan drop from Brett's rope there. For a 2 count. 2.1 count. Blair Witch, my favourite horror film. And we're going to ads already. I think last time we just got the blank screen. We did, yeah. Commercial break in progress. Please stay tuned. We're spoiled on Netflix now. Get all the extra bits. Blank screen. Silence that I've got to fill. It's not easy being me. Heavy Metal Chris, thank you so much. Is it me who just doesn't get the Jey Uso hype? Maybe I'm just old, but Yeet is so cringy and puts me off. I realise I'm in the minority, but still. I like the Yeet thing. I wouldn't say it winds me up, but I've grown tired of it. But when something's that over, you can understand why they just sort of concentrate on that. Do the catchphrase, do the arms. And he's still so tremendously popular. When I look in the crowd, I just see so many people wearing Jey Uso merch. Like, he's still so unbelievably popular. I think the thing that I found difficult about... What did they call it on the podcast? It was something that I hadn't heard before. The Flandersization? I can't say it. Flandersization. Why doesn't that not sound right? Like what they did with Ned Flanders. The Flanderization. That's it. Of Jey Uso, because it stripped away a lot of what I really loved about Jey Uso, and a lot of that was the sort of grit that he displayed, especially in his promos. And I think he's one of the best promo guys in WWE. In fact, in wrestling as a whole, I think Jay's an unbelievable promo, and they stripped that back and they just have him say yeet again and again. But people love catchphrases. People absolutely adore them, and I understand why they do it. But yeah, it does... I don't want to call it a shame, because he's the most over he's ever been. You dig? Yeah. Noah the Boa, thank you so much. Cheers, Adam. Especially the podcast has become a vital part of my life, and the lads have really helped me through some tough times. Even though you're not that often on it. All the work you do in leading Cultaholic in the founding stages are appreciated. Well, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you so much for still watching, mate. It means the world. I blab on about this all the time, but close to a decade now I've been doing this job. Close to 8 years. Cultaholic has been a thing. Some pretty rocky patches along the way, obviously. And so if you're still here, thank you so much. It genuinely does mean a lot. Thank you very, very much. Pat might be better in a 3-man booth. Perhaps. They like just keeping him with Cole, don't they, Jack? Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, maybe you can drown him out a little bit. You get 33.3 recurring % less Pat. Hypothetically speaking, anyway. Thank you, Jack. We've got 1 minute left of the commercial break, approximately. Not even that. We're back. Brett as well, thank you very much. Pat McAfee slander, sign me up. I know he's solid for WWE exposure, I get it, but Wade this past Monday was absolutely amazing. I need that guy on Raw every week. Wade's incredible. Wade's so good. I love Wade's work. Something about his voice and just the sort of legitimacy that he adds and just the little tidbits that he sprinkles in as a former in-ring competitor. I find all that really fascinating. Yeah, Wade's been amazing. And the amount of time Pat just says nothing. He's got a chair. Real quote, guy sucks. Well, I do that as well. I can't complain. I try and do a bit of play-by-play. 2 count, by the way. 2. Thank you, Brett. Cheers. Cultaholic Ventures rules. I donate my hard-earned money and you never do it, but here goes again. Cultaholic, thank you. I just think it might get a bit tiresome, me doing it with this horrible nasal voice, but I do massively appreciate it. Thank you very much. Cheers. I wish Wade got a title around damn Cena. Yeah, he should have been world champ. He definitely should. It'll never happen now either. One of wrestling's biggest, I would say, what-ifs in recent-ish memory. Drops the leg. 1, 2. Just a 2. Unbelievable. Who won? I assume it was LA Knight. Apparently there was a pre-show match. Just something to hype the crowd up. LA Knight versus Carmelo. I assume LA Knight just won just to get the crowd on their feet, right? Nice, setting her up. Bonsai drop, Rhea up. Beautiful powerbomb. Made it look easy. Prison lock. Nia trying to wriggle out. Nia, I don't know if she can get over. Nope. Nia gets out. Who is Joe Hendry? I'm Indian. Joe Hendry is a man from Scotland who broke the internet last year with his super viral song and is now TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He's very good. Nia going up again. Rhea back up again. Nia on the apron to the outside. Future Eurovision winner, correct. He is the local hero, the prestigious one, whatever he wants to be. He's great. Whoa. Rhea with a crossbody to the outside. Good little match this so far, isn't it? Robert, thank you so much. Hi Adam, my 8-year-old nephew has become a fan of WWE and was wondering if you have any suggestions for things we can check out together. Unfortunately, he has a fondness for Hogan. That's really interesting. So you've been watching some old stuff, have you? That's really interesting that he's got on board with Hogan this many years later. If you've not watched it, the stuff that I try and introduce people to wrestling through is often the Attitude Era tag stuff. So if you've not watched like the TLC matches, oh, flattened her there to the back of Rhea Ripley. Rhea grabbing the ankle there, but she's going up top again. Again? No. Rhea for the 3rd time, getting up. Bloody hell. Yeah, any of the Hardys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian stuff, especially from the Attitude Era, still holds up super well. How old did you say he was? 8. He'll love all the weapons-based stuff. But again, like, do you want to start that big? What I would recommend doing, mate, is maybe holding off, because my favourite match of the year, Riptide, that's your lot. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. I would hold off, even though they're my favourite matches of the year, on any of the Royal Rumbles? Because I think the Royal Rumbles are a lot more fun if you're familiar with the people in it or can appreciate the big nostalgia returns. Rhea Ripley is still Women's Champion, of course. 2000's X Division's a great shout, and of course it's made by Alan. I didn't even see your name there, mate. How many surprise entrances do you think there'll be for the Royal Rumble? More on the women's side, as per. 1 or 2 nostalgia bits. Perhaps more than we've seen in recent years. Just because I'm thinking now that it's on Netflix, you look at the way that the Raw Netflix premiere was presented. You had people popping up from different eras, and they may want to continue that at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. It's like it's a really good opportunity to bring out like a golden era star, if any of them are still going. And you could bring out some attitude people, some ruthless aggression people. So I reckon it's more of a possibility this year than previous years. Robert, again, thank you very, very much, mate. Bagel, thank you. Hopefully I've said that right, and it's not Bagel. It's spelled Bagel. Alundra Blaze! She's got the belt back. Is Mark Henry in the crowd? He's obviously back on WWE's books. I don't know if he's admitted to it. But he's gone heavy on the anti-AEW grift lately, so I assume he's on a Legends deal now. Mark Henry is there in the crowd. Any more? No. Bagel, thank you. Unlikely prediction, but imagine if Joe Hendry makes it to the final 2 of the Rumble in a similar spot to Santino Marella in 2011. Oh, where he chucked out Del Rio. Oh, here we go. IC title match. I don't think it's his year to get to the final 4, let alone 2. I think he'll have an impressive showing. I reckon he'll have 2 or 3 eliminations, Joe Hendry, but I don't see him in that spot. Imagine if it's Cena left in the ring and Hendry wrote, no, I'm getting carried away myself. It would be nice for Joe to get a little bit of Cena interaction before Cena retires. Clock's ticking, isn't it? Weng Eye, thank you very much. My sources have told me that Hulk Hogan just rolled up to the arena in a wheelie bin. Thank you guys for all that you do at Cultaholic. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Appreciate you, Weng Eye. Vincent, thank you. I'm absolutely gutted Hogan isn't on the show tonight, but respect to him. Family comes first, and Brooks had her first child. Hogan is just thank you his lucky stars. She didn't get pregnant in 2007. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you, Vincent. And Luke John Paul as well. Thank you so much. I find ads makes it hard to get into a match. What do you think about it? Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. No, it just says keep up work, in fact. I will keep up work. Yeah, it can massively disrupt things, obviously. I think I've got more used to it as time's gone on, especially as I sort of started doing a lot more live reactions. I remember doing them during the pandemic and just being amazed at how many ads US networks had. Because it's relentless, isn't it? In the US, do you get 3 every half an hour? Is it 6 ads an hour? Here, we just get one at around the sort of 10 to 15 minute mark, and then you've got a bit of a break, but they're really, really regular. So yeah, it can really disrupt things. And it can make the matches, they became formulaic, didn't they? Because you would know if like, oh, they spill to the outside or they both go down, whatever. It's like, oh, okay, an ad's coming. You sort of turn off a little bit. So no, I get you. Who do you see beating Rhea? Honestly, no idea. Mate, me too. I have no idea. She's a... Now that the belt's on her, because I feel like they ran into the problem with her previous reign, is that not many people felt like believable opponents. It was like Rhea's got the match. And it didn't feel like in the same way it's like, oh, lol, Cena wins or whatever. They were still good matches. They were still entertaining. But it was like the outcome's sort of a given, isn't it? So, I don't know. I really, really don't know. Somebody saying EO in the chat. EO's amazing. I don't think she'll beat Rhea. Do you do it with... Becky's coming back? I don't want to see that. I really don't know. I really don't know, mate. Alan, thank you very much, mate. I hope you don't mind me calling you your real name. Hopefully they don't backload the Rumble with all big names at number 25 to 30 like recent years. Takes away from the randomness of the draw and makes a lot of early action pretty in A&E. I think you got cut off there. Oh, pretty inane. Sorry, it was 2 words. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, hopefully they learn their lesson because I think it was a noticeable problem. So yeah, I just agree with you, mate. Definitely. Who else you got? AJ Lee, Giant Lass from TNA, Giant Lass. Oh, Jordan Gray. I think that's who you mean. Jordan Grace versus Rhea, 2 muscle mummies going at it. God, that would be good, wouldn't it? You're sort of talking me round to the idea of Jordan Grace. The person who put the bet on, 10-1. Jordan Grace wins the Rumble and then beats Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? And she is the bollocks as well. She is so good. Ro, thank you very much. Wishful thinking, but it would be cool to see Mr. Kennedy in the Rumble match locking up with LA Knight, yeah? If you say so. I loved Kennedy. Kennedy and Carlito got me back into wrestling in about like 2006, 2007, was it? So when I started watching again, took a few years out. And I thought Kennedy, as many people did, there's a future world champion. And obviously things got in the way of that. Randy Orton. No, the things got in the way of that. He'd get a big pop. Yeah, you know what? The buzzer goes off and you just hear Kennedy. He would get a big pop. I don't know what he's like in the ring now. I've not watched a Mr. Anderson now match in a long, long time. I'd quite like to see him. Yeah, no, I'm up for it. I'm up for that, you know. Jordan, where does Nia go from here? Well, back to her brand. To be honest. It was a bit of a weird... Yeah, where does Nia go from here? I think just like mid-card for a bit. She's improved greatly, but I don't think they're putting a title on her anytime soon. Maybe she gets involved in the mid-card scene, like the women's mid-card title scene. I would give her a heel faction with 2 promising but smaller NXT call-ups, Jinder and Singh style. That's not a bad shout, mate. That's not a bad shout at all. I like that. Jesse is joining commentary for the IC match. So we have still got 3 matches to go and a contract signing. There's loads to squeeze in. Does this have to be a 2-hour broadcast tonight? Peacock users will know. It's Fluffy again. He bloody loves it, doesn't he? Gabriel Iglesias, comedian and WWE fanatic. He is as well. He knows this. I was watching an interview with him the other day. He was quite funny on that. I've never seen any of his stand-up. I found him a very, very likeable man. Jonathan as well. Is it just me? Was it just me? Or did Sheamus look uncomfortable, like something is wrong with him? It's a big match. The IC title's on the line. It did look at... During his entrance, yeah. Something felt a little bit off. I'm excited for this one. Very excited for this one. Lyndon as well. I wouldn't pick Cena for the Rumble winner in the predictions. I think he's going for the IC title, so a Rumble win would work with that. I'm going CM Punk. No. What, so Punk gets his main event WrestleMania match? What, and you would do Punk versus Cody, or what? No. I think Cena's way more likely than Punk. I get it, right? Cena never won the IC title. And you can understand why his character would want to tick that off the list. You've already sort of got that with Sheamus. Sheamus' big story has been his pursuit of the IC title. And we're still waiting for that to happen. Cena, you know, you've got a year of Cena. Are you going to put him in the mid-card title scene? I don't think so. I don't think the timing's right for it. Valanthra, thank you very much. Hey, Adam, thanks for the stream as usual. Got my tickets for Raw in Glasgow this week. Can't wait. Buzzing for Rumble and the Road to Mania. Much love. Have a brilliant time. What ticket prices like? I'm always curious. I've got a friend up in Scotland who's going, and he said that he paid 110, I think it was, for sort of like mid-level seats. He's a tier or 2 up. Have a brilliant time. Will, odds on I show speed in the Rumble after today's news. Well, I thought he's live streaming it, isn't it? That doesn't... I didn't really read it. I don't know anything about the guy, nor do I care. What, you reckon he could live stream it and like live stream his entrance, have a selfie stick or something? I mean, it'll draw eyes to the product. He does nothing for me. But I don't know what they've actually announced with him. I won't lie, I didn't read the whole article. Just scroll past it. This should be hard-hitting. Rumour has it that Fluffy's favourite Mania is WrestleMania 4. I don't understand. I don't understand, mate. You're going to have to fill me in there, Gav. Sheamus looking especially white here. Well, up against Bron Breakker, yeah. Boom. Clothesline takes Bron down. Cena's winning the IC, retiring, dropping to Sheamus. No, disagree. Disagree. I get the storyline, the history. Yeah. No. Don't think so. But I'll gladly be proven wrong, mate, as always. Oh, bit of swearing there, I think. Doesn't Sheamus look badass? There's an old school reference, Emmett. He always looks badass. He did. I got loads of crap for that. What culture days? What was that? When he started doing the mohawk? I can't remember if he was in the bar at the time or the bar hadn't quite started. Sheamus looked badass, but that doesn't sound right coming from my mouth, apparently. That's it. Wait, what? Jesse said WWF and it got bleeped. You can't blame them for that. Whoa! Thrown into the timekeeper's area. Straight into the chair. That's one thing that I always found jarring on the... They got better with it eventually, but do you remember the re-releases that they did where they had to blur out the logo and they would blur out... not blur out. Censor, mute the F. That's jarring when you're watching the old stuff. I'm glad they came to whatever agreement so they didn't have to do that anymore. I still find it with the replica belts and like the turnbuckle covers here, in fact. That classic WWE F, that logo. But what can they do? It's not their fault. They just can't use it anymore. Oh my god. Fantastic. Taken out mid-air with a spear on the outside. That was great. Ad break again. That connected, didn't it? Yeah. All right, handsome. What's your favourite cake? Oh, I like what are they called? Like school cake. There's been a bit of a resurgence of it lately. It's just like plain frosted, just like sugar frosting, icing rather, with sprinkles on it. Absolutely delicious. You can get it in Aldi at the moment. Have that with a bit of cold custard. That's how I have it. Sicko. Brett, thank you very, very much, mate. I'm sad that the women's match there was so short. Makes sense for the show, but still. I think I disagree. Just because... Oh, wait, let me read the rest of yours before I poo-poo it. It's made me realise, by some miracle, Nia Jax has become my second favourite women's wrestler. Oh, well, let's not get carried away, Brett. Hope Jordan wins the Rumble too. Great start to the WWE/TNA partnership. I don't think you want to drag it out that much, just because, like, at this point, they're on different brands, aren't they? And, like, Rhea's got to be heavily factored into WrestleMania plans. She'll be walking in as champ shortly. Do you want to give Nia that competitive a match? I thought it was a good match for what it was. And you know what? No, looking at the time, that probably went for like 15 odd minutes, didn't it? I think it was all right. Benny, I know Cody is the company guy, but does he have to be everywhere on an everything? Roman was big because he wasn't there all the time, an attraction. Yeah, but there are massive negatives to Roman not being there all the time. It was very frustrating. Those part-time schedules they got annoying as fans, like waiting for Roman to come back. I mean, they put him everywhere because he is so popular. There's always been a face of the company. Throughout, like, every era, there's been somebody. And I like the consistency of Cody. I really like that. That makes me invest in him more, if anything. The fact that, even though there are fewer of them now, he does all the house shows. Obviously, he's had a bit of a break on TV and everything. But no, I quite like it, actually. I think you'd be whinging either way. I think you were probably whinging when Roman wasn't there, as I was. And now you're whinging about Cody. Benny. That is your real name. No, I'm not having a go. No, I disagree, but fair play, mate. Kevin, all right, handsome. Oh, that was the cake one. Just wanted to read somebody calling me handsome again. Merc, thank you very much. Would love to see Dom beat Gunther by cheating for the title, then become the Houdini of the World Heavyweight Championship as he goes through a gauntlet of challenges. Well, I'd crash Holly. Dom beating Gunther would be... oh, I almost swore there. Would be ruddy bloody amazing. Genuinely. Because, like, you sort of want to do a screwy finish when Gunther drops the title, don't you? You want to protect him a little bit, unless you're going to really make a guy. Dom doing that. Yeah. I would absolutely love that. I think that'd be just in the snakiest way possible. Really, really like it. And he just holds it for way longer, as you say, by hook or by crook. Yeah. Bagel, again, thank you very much. Off topic, rather. But I personally think Finn Balor needs a gimmick change. But I legit don't know what they could do with him. I like him at the moment. I mean, I've liked him for a long time. So I feel like NXT really reinvigorated Finn, didn't he? When he went back and he started doing all the Prince stuff again, I thought he was excellent. I don't think you need to change it up that much. Like, you don't want to do some totally different gimmick with Finn, because he's been there for a long time with a fairly consistent gimmick, like Demon aside. That's one thing I'm glad we don't get anymore. The mystique of the Demon was entirely stripped away for me. I never really got that on board with it anyway. Thought the entrance was cool. No, bring him back as a dentist. Right, fair. Dom as a world champion would be so funny. I think it'd be entertaining in the best possible way. And it would really piss fans off. Again, in the best possible way. 2 count for Bron Breakker. OT, did you hear about Hard Rock Nick, Adam? No, what's going on with Nick? I follow him on Instagram, but he doesn't post much anymore. I don't really get it. I don't really get him. I don't know what's a character and what's not with Nick. I love that everybody knows the sort of content creators that I actually enjoy watching. Ask me about iShow's speed, and I don't have a clue. Talk to me about Mikey Miles, Stephen Dawson, or Daniel Larson. I'm buzzing. Let's talk about Hard Rock Nick. Oh! Hits the knee. For a 1, 2. Bron's great at those near falls. 2.9 there. I've not started watching Ash Trevino. I've not even heard of Ash Trevino. Unless you've mentioned it before. Is that one that's come up in a Twitch chat or something? Ding Dong will hate to you too. Here we go. I'd really like Sheamus to win the IC at WrestleMania. He's not going to be wrestling Cena. You've got to do that, because it's such a big thing at this point. Sheamus' pursuit of the Intercontinental title. You've got to do it on a big stage. He's had a fair few shots, though, hasn't he, now? Looking for it. Celtic Cross. Pretty good match, this. I do miss the Demon now and again. To me, it wasn't different enough from Finn. The one thing that I've always said about Demon is, like, cool entrance and everything. I wish he changed the moveset up a bit. It was just Finn in face paint. Obviously, it was Finn in face paint, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish he'd had a different match ender that was like, wow. Oh boy. Gets him down just about with a slam. It wasn't his real fat. I apologise for pulling back the curtain a little bit too much there. Chris, again, I have on good authority that R-Truth will finally win the big one. The Women's Rumble. Definitely worth paying a tenner. Piss off. Bloody hell. Acrobat. Oh, my word. There you go. The Breakensteiner. Looking for the spear. Dodge it, Sheamus. Go on, bro kick, bro kick, bro kick. Hits it, bro kick. It's making me believe this. He's close to the ropes. Drag him in. No, his leg's right there too. He didn't do it, Jesse. Beautifully done though. Jesse Ventura saying he got the leg on the rope after. Let's have another look. Good on you, Jess. No, the leg was on the rope. Leg was on the rope. Bloody Jesse and his conspiracy theories, eh? Oh man, when he wins that belt, the fans are so into it. Oh, another knee. Bro kick. Dodges. Beautifully done spear. That's your lot. One day. It'll happen one day. Braun Breaker still IC champion. It just makes me want it more. Maybe because Sheamus has had so many goes to win the IC title, he should go, right, WrestleMania, me versus you, Bron. If I lose, I can never challenge for the IC championship again. And then if Bron beats him, all the heat in the world. If Sheamus wins, the most satisfying moment. Cut to the crowd. I want to see who else we got there. Oh yeah, his career on the line. Who are we going for? Oh, here we go. Contract signing. HBK. Eli, thank you very much. Speaking of F, Owens falling off a ladder at the Rumble, pounds his fist on the mat, where the F was Sam. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. Where the F was Sammy. Will, Rumble punishment, reenact Daz Sampson kinky boots. I've got experience. We're trying to think of Rumble punishments at the moment. We put a few forward, and then the other guys are going to pick what they think is the best and stick it in an envelope for us, which will be unveiled on the predictions video. Any suggestions? Stick them in the chat. And here comes the chef. Hair versus hair. We've done it. We've done so much. We've done so much. They're also allowed to surprise us with a punishment, which always makes me a little bit nervous when we don't know it. Eating 30 raw eggs? I don't think I can manage that. I've done raw eggs before. Deeply unpleasant. Pube sandwich. No, not pube sandwich. Rumble punishment, reenacted Samson. Jared, I think Jordan Grace is the bollocks too. I put the bet on her as much because I want her to win as I think she might actually do it. To me, she's easily the best wrestler not signed to one of the two major companies. She's incredible. She's very, very unique, isn't she, as well? Like, I can't think of anybody else like her in wrestling at the moment. And she's awesome. She's going to be very, very successful in WWE for sure. Demon Jack the Ripper in TakeOver London was class. I was there for it, Lyndon. It was class. It was an awesome entrance. Again, an awesome entrance. The match was good too. Really enjoyed the match. That night for me was... I went away. It's one of my favourite matches I've ever seen live still to this day. Was Enzo and Cass versus The Revival from that TakeOver London show. I thought it was so good. So I enjoyed that live just because I properly bit. I wanted Enzo and Cass to do it so much. But I went away. That was match of the night for me. Maybe it was different if you were watching at home. I don't know. But I thought it was amazing. It was a great show that I was really lucky to... You know what? And I went there having barely seen any NXT at all. I hadn't got on the NXT bandwagon just yet. I'd watched the game show. I watched every bloody season of that game show, in fact. But I hadn't really truly gotten into NXT. I'll tell you a secret, in fact. When I was doing that punishment, people started going 10, 10, 10, 10. I had no idea what they're on about. I didn't know who Ty Dillinger was. Didn't have a clue. I thought they were going, you want 10 more songs? Are you taking the piss? I didn't have a clue because I hadn't been watching. And it really fully got me back into things as well. And then I went back and checked all of the NXT stuff out. Wait, Thomas Ferris, that'd be brilliant. What's Thomas Ferris? Can you just draw numbers instead of names this year for your Rumble match predictions? Be more fun to watch your excitement when some jobber comes out at your number. With punishments on the line, I'm hesitant to say yes to it. Because if we do that, and then some, I'm not going to say jobber, enhancement talent comes out, then the fun's gone, isn't it? Because you know they're not winning. Maybe if it's if you picked a number and like somebody who has a potential chance of winning, but if you just get bloody, hey, I'm number 14 and Hacksaw Jim Duggan walks out, it's like, oh, okay, that's my fun gone, isn't it? What we'll do, I think we did this last year, we'll do bonus points, randomly drawn names for the final fours. How does that suit you? So any name could come out, we'll get somebody else in the office to write the balls. They come out, and we could get a bonus point if Hacksaw Jim Duggan makes it to the final four. How's that for you? Happy medium? I can see them doing a Clash in Ireland for Sheamus. Hey, maybe that's what they're waiting on. That's not a bad shout. Him doing it in Ireland would be awesome, wouldn't it? Not just for Rumble, but for Mania. Reference to Twitch, and loser eats the Marble Mania signature sandwich. Absolutely not. No chance. Wengai, thank you very much. Cheers. Sam BH, having this stream tonight is really helping me through an emotionally tough evening. Thanks for the great work you do. I'm sorry you're going through it, mate. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. And thank you so much for your support as well. I hope whatever you're going through, mate, gets a lot better. Thank you. Cheers. What about Cena? He hasn't won the IC title either. No, we've been talking about it, Ro. Cena's not going to do it. I think the bigger thing for Cena is breaking Flair's record, which isn't Flair's record because he's won more. But the 16-time thing, I think it's more about that. I think that's the story that they're going to tell. And I think that's the bigger story. And I don't think Cena's going to lose any sleep about not winning the IC title when he's done literally everything else. I don't know. OT, I always thought it was funny that you are the only person I follow on Insta that also follows Nick. He was absolutely mental, but apparently he passed. No, he's done this before, mate. I don't want to doubt it. If it's true, that's awful, obviously. But he's done... It's all a storyline. It's like... His stuff is more of a work than wrestling, isn't it? I don't know. I'll look into it afterwards. Apologies if it's true. I don't think it is, just because he's done it a few times before. Lyndon, again, thank you very much. Punishment, go to a Karen's Diner with some wrestling merch on. That's good. That's really good. Why are those faces popping up? Thank you, Brett. But the shirts could be up to yourselves. I'd want to wear the Will Hobbs shirt. You know, the big black and jacked shirt. That's really good. Haven't they just all shut down? Or some of them have shut down? I remember seeing some like Lad Bible crappy article about... It was at least one that shut down. Maybe it's not all of them. But the Karen's Diner thing, if they'd let us film, and I don't know... Yeah, they would. They love that. Of course they would. Of course they would. One in Sheffield shut down. I don't think there is one in Newcastle. I think there was a pop-up one in Newcastle. Right. 2 matches to go, but contract signing first. Bit of a Zeus cameo. Brett, thank you very much. Rumble punishment, 30 chair shots to the back. You're just a disgusting man, aren't you? That's ridiculous. Just make sure not to lose so you don't take the chair and kendo stick shots. Can't believe Andrew hit you in the exact same spot through all that, by the way. Yeah! He did a good job, didn't he? He did a very good job. Dory Funk Jr.! That's awesome. Get a like, Spike chat. Also, how'd that powder deal go? Mate, stop replying to me. I've emailed him twice trying to follow up. Speak of the bloody devil, by the way. He's looking very well because he's been through it health-wise. I was not expecting to see Duggan. That's fantastic. He's looking really well. Because he's been in hospital fairly recently as well. He's a tough guy. Yeah, Brett, he stopped replying to me. I don't know if I've done something wrong. And I love that stuff as well. I wasn't expecting it to taste quite as good as it did. And now I've got that horrible, cheap stuff that's full of caffeine. from, I can't even remember what it's called. It's like a Heron Foods thing. Tastes like arse. And I love arse. Bagel, thank you very much. I love Balor, but I don't think his current gimmick is making the best use of him. I feel like he's lost credibility. Coming off the Prince run, I prefer him to be more like NXT heel Balor. I think I agree with you there. Mate. Yeah, he just maybe needs a little bit of evolution. KO is going to do something absolutely despicable here, isn't he? Is he going to lay hands on Michaels?
Now the GM of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, you couldn't get it done, so you sent in the closer, HBK, and rest assured, it is happening tonight.
Yeah, Owens has just been fantastic during this feud. If I wasn't thinking ahead to Mania and fantasy booking money matches and all that, I just want Owens to win. I still want Owens to win. But he's not going to. But if he does, I'll be over the moon. Cody is the heel. Couldn't agree more, Jack. He is truly justified. Rumble punishment, pole dancing lessons. That's not bad. That would be incredibly awkward. I don't think I'd be very good. I only learned recently from an Ask Reddit thread. It was like a... Was it an Ask Reddit or one of those... It was some Reddit thread. The poles that strippers use, they rotate. And I'm not saying it's not impressive still, what they're able to do. They're athletes. They're great workers. Cody sucks eggs. Fantastic. Want that shirt. Now. Are they selling all these? They rotate. So when they're doing the all the acrobatic stuff, it's made a little bit easier. Education. Wayne Guy, thank you so much for becoming a member, mate. Cheers. As Owens makes his way to the ring. Get the ladder match rules on screen. New people watching. Heavy Metal Chris, again, thank you. Winner gets to choose a punishment from each of the losers past they have to recreate. Oh, man. I'm trying to think what I would... I'd love to send Andrew back out with the body pillow. The anime thing. That would be fun. I'd be worried that he'd pick... He's too nice to pick something truly nasty. I couldn't do, like, the hot sauce stuff again. I wouldn't want to do any more 24-hour stuff. My body's not up to it anymore. Strap on another parachute, Adam. That, again, no. We've done some big punishments. We set the bar pretty high. To the point where a lot of other YouTube channels don't even bother trying. Just like... I'm really... I don't want to say I'm glad we brought them back. I'm glad people are enjoying them again. Straight away, the one that I've had to do over on Patreon. Pretty heavy stuff, and I think the Rumble's going to be a pretty big one. But I'm glad that we found a way that we're able to do them. Eli, if you do the Diner Challenge, you've got to wear the Val Venus shirt. You know the one. Oh, what is it? Like locked, cocked, and ready to unload? Or something like that, isn't it? Isn't the typeface, isn't the font all spunky? It's like the OG AJ Styles design. Or am I just imagining that? We did a list quite recently, didn't we? On bad t-shirts. Some of the ones that are on there. Bonkers. OT, yeah, the comments are 50-50 on whether to believe it. The story is that he did it himself. So I don't know. Sorry to distract from Rel and just knew you followed it. No, I've not even read that, mate. I'll have a look after. OTG, Adam, open up. Someone is at the front door. No, nobody's at the door. Either of the doors. Thank you, OTG. Austin as well. KO's going to steal both belts. Also, I like Roman a lot, but he just never shows up, does he? I saw a tweet quite recently that was like, I think that Roman has got fewer than 30 matches left in his career. And I think I agree with that. But at Roman's rate, that's probably about 15 years worth of Roman, isn't it? So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. No, yeah, I think he's just a guy that, like, he's going to be so successful in whatever he chooses to do next. Like, if he wants to go into acting, he's not going to struggle to find roles. But I agree with the comment earlier saying that it does feel special. He's an attraction. It does feel special when he turns up. Really enjoyed the match with Solo. I thought it was good. I think you could be right about Owens stealing both belts, maybe. Thank you, Austin. I don't know if they're going to put pen to paper here. I think Shawn Michaels might be getting attacked. If he package pile drivers HBK, Owens' belt is way nicer. Yes, it is. So much nicer. 100% didn't nudge my guy. Oh, thank you, mate. Cheers. Yeah, maybe he just missed the email. I did attach a virus. There was a .exe on there, so... Dig it! He's stolen my catchphrase. That's mine. You dig?
And as much as all of us have enjoyed watching it, I have an assignment here tonight, and that is to walk out of this ring.
It feels like a really big match.
On this contract.
I want Owens to win. I really do. Who's going through the table? Michaels. Maybe he gets powerbombed through the table.
I ask you, gentlemen, please sign the contract.
Cody's straight in there.
We have one signature.
Is Owens going to do it? He's going to mess with him here. Nope.
You know, last night you said something that really pissed me off. You said that 10 times out of 10, Kevin Owens takes the easy way out. Is that right? That's a lie. That's what you are. You're a liar. Because I could have taken the easy way out at Bash in Berlin in our match because of your knee, but I didn't. Because I cared about our friendship.
He's right. Everything he says.
You know who I think takes the easy way out? It's you. Because who between you and I left here when things got tough? Not me. I stayed. You quit. Enough. Enough, Kevin. I didn't come here to talk about the past. I didn't come here so you can justify your actions. I didn't get all dressed up. Shawn Michaels didn't return to San Antonio to listen.
Didn't get all dressed. He's always dressed up. Cheap pop. Owens doesn't need that.
About Kevin Owens,
You still think he could transition to acting? Who, Cody? Or Roman? Who do you mean?
WrestleMania. So could you please sign the contract?
I don't know if he's going to do it.
Trust me, you're not done worrying about Kevin Owens because once I sign this, you know what that means? Makes it official. That Saturday night of the Royal Rumble, I will shut everyone up who dares to say that I'm not the real
Do it.
champion.
Bloody...
I'm the true, rightful WWE champion.
idiots booing him.
And once I win the title, everything you got when you came back, your face on every poster, on all the buses, all the fanfare, all the grand entrance, all the attention, the pyro, everything, it's coming to me because that's what I've deserved for the last 10 years. And I am
He's right again.
from you. Jesus, Kevin. Dude, you just sound jealous.
No, he doesn't sound jealous. Hurt him. Go on. Do it. He's going to do it.
I said, you just sound jealous.
Walk round.
You know, it's pretty rich that you'd side with Cody. Of course you would, because you're just like him. When things got tough for you here, you quit too, didn't you?
Come on, he lost his smile.
You want to know who I think is jealous? I think you're jealous of the fact that I've been bringing more pride and making this title mean more than you ever did. And once I win at the Royal Rumble, I will give everyone a champion they can be proud of, a champion they can look up to, a champion who won't lose his smile.
There it is. There it is.
Because the only one losing his smile and his title at the Rumble is you.
And the contract is signed. The match is on.
Signed. Good work, HBK.
HBK got the job done. Fair play to him.
Gentlemen, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to take these championships. Could I please get a referee in here? And to send them above the ring.
What?
Referee, please.
It's not the same venue, is it? Wait. Is it going to be the same venue for the Rumble? Are they just going to leave them up there? I didn't think it was. No, it's not, is it? Wait, what? Symbolic. Sorry, symbolism. We need to know what they'll look like in the air. Why are they doing... No, I get that it's symbolic. It's just silly wrestling stuff, isn't it?
Out of touch, Kevin Owens. Cody sucks egg shirts.
Yeah, that goes way back. Funk and Rhodes history.
It connects to a helicopter.
This Saturday, Lucas Oil Stadium. One man ascends that ladder. One man.
Sean's very close to Kevin right now. Go on, do it.
Undisputed WWE champion.
Do it, Kevin.
Gentlemen, good luck.
Do it. Yes! Oh, it was Cody. Bollocks. Go on. Go on. Yes! Go on! Oh, you bastard, Cody. Oh, no. He's looking for a bloody super kick. Sweet chin music. He's very sweaty. Bollocks. Bollocks. Oh, Sean's got to look strong. Politicking. Oh, he's been bald for some time. He looks like the old fella with the snowplow thing, the snow shovel from Home Alone 1 now. Still feels a bit weird him coming out as sexy boy. He doesn't look like Adam, does he, Emmett? Punishment idea. Look at Jen's or Ashton's request DMs and reply to them. No, I'm not getting involved in any of that. Also, Jack should finally visit the Italian restaurant with the laptop. Agreed. Agreed. He tried on the challenge video. Aggro, thank you very much. With them handing over the titles with them handing over the titles here, what are the chances you think we're seeing a new merge belt lowered from the ceiling at the Rumble, you think? 0. I think Cody wins and then we don't see the Winged Eagle anymore. I'm glad that we just saw it a little bit more than we expected to. We thought it was going to be a one-night only thing at the last Saturday night's main event, and they've made a really compelling storyline out of it. I think it's been great. If you wear the Val shirt, there's a certain dance you need to bring back. It never left, mate. Just makes the most logical sense. Oh, doing that in a Karen's diner. Here we go. Here we go. Big boys wrestling now. Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu. Brett, thank you very much. Email, that'll do it, lol. Discord's his main. So many of them now use Discord. I'm crap at replying to messages. I never check. I'm really bad at doing it. Is that the way to grab him? And God, I love Cody. Sure, like that. Why not, lol? I remember when he was just the guy with the lisp. Now listen to him. His promo voice is nuts. Still hope Kevin kills him, though. Cheeky little pile driver. Agreed. Both great promos. But Owens is just on a different level, isn't he? When it comes to the promo stuff, he's so legit. Hi there, Sir Pacheesi. Hello, Will. Nice to see you. Great show so far. I hate to burst the bubble because even though I'm sure Cody would be totally cool with putting KO over, the money match at Mania is Cody Cena on night 2. I agree, Matt. I said the exact same earlier. I think Owens has got a 5% chance of winning. And he's got his wrestling. It doesn't work like that. It's not happening, is it? The match next week will absolutely rule, though. It's going to be amazing, isn't it? And especially like Owens in a ladder match, a guy who is known for taking really mental bumps. He's more than happy to throw himself off something daft. I can't wait. Aaron, thank you very much. Big meaty men slapping meat. You're about to see it. Thank you very much, mate. Gabriel, maybe have all the staff have numbers and whoever wins can choose who gets the point. All the staff have numbers and whoever wins can choose who gets the point. No, because they like Andrew a lot more than me. No, there's no way that's happening, mate. I'm not putting myself up for that. All of the staff are in love with Andrew and despise me. Austin, thank you very much. Triple threat, Drew, Seth, Punk, WrestleMania. I think it could happen. I don't think Punk's getting his main event WrestleMania match. Not this year, anyway. This is going to be good. How long we got? We've got time. This isn't going to be a squash, is it? Because we've only got one more match after this. We're getting 15, 20 minutes here. This is going to be very, very good. No, it must be random. Well, we're adding a random element to it. We're going to do the Final Four thing, right? If any of your randomized lottery ball picks get in the Final Four, you get an extra point. But I'm going Cena. And I really don't know on the women's side. But I don't think it's Charlotte. I really like the Jordynne Grace pick. But you know what? If I make that Jordynne Grace pick in the predictions, if I steal it from you lot, and I go, I think Jordynne Grace is going to do it, people will go, oh, Adam's just trying to throw predictions. Because people think that I do that. It's an outside shot, isn't it? But I'll be made fun of for that. I can't win. It's like when I'm great on the Tuesday streams and I get really good results in a quiz or something. Everyone will just go, he's cheated. He's already watched the quiz or something like that. She's not winning, Adam. No, she's probably not. Well, who you got, Emmett? Cena and Charlotte, 99% likely. And we do, like, you're right. And this is Triple H era where things are a little bit more predictable. Doesn't make it bad, but things have been a bit more predictable. Not predictable enough for me to win anything. Charlotte versus Tiffy. It's probably the match, isn't it? I can't work it out. Brett, thank you very much. And now I've finally set up Streamlabs so I can skip PayPal logins. I'll bug you more. Sorry in advance, mate. If you don't apologise, I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Wrestling Empire. I know you said Sam's done it / doing it, but give it a go. Best wrestling game going. Honestly, Looney Tunes type stuff with endless parody. Yes, Sam's super into it. Sam was talking about it the other day in the office, and it does sound absolutely bonkers. What was his character's name? He talked about it on stream as well. I think it was on the AEW one. He's got somebody called like the Trash Man. No, that's Danny DeVito, isn't it? He's got someone on there. I don't have time at the moment, mate, because I'm working lots, but also Balatro is a thing. And I've completed 14 out of the 20 challenges, and I'm determined to tick every one of those off my checklist. Local Man, that's the one. Cardona in the Rumble. Yeah, I think it's not a bad shout at all. Sorry if I don't seem excited. I respect everything that Matt Cardona did for WWE and changing the way that wrestling companies, and not just WWE, but wrestling companies, utilize social media and their online presence and all that stuff. He was integral in that. He was a visionary. I'm not that bothered. I don't want to see his matches that much. It's just personal preference. I really... I think he seems great, and I'm really happy for him. I like the fact that he's gone away and he's achieved so much on the indies, and he's making more money than he ever did in WWE. All that stuff I think is amazing, and it's a testament to what a clever guy he is. Just, I'd be happy to see him in the Rumble. His music hits. I don't really remember how it goes. I remember it went, woo woo, you know it. Bro, how did his music go? Oh, it's old radio, isn't it? Did he always use it? If that music hit, people would be into it. And his goal still is to become like a world champion in WWE. If they have him back, he wants to be world champion there. I just don't see it happening. As if I forgot O Radio. Tell me everything I know. You know? I know. I don't know if Cena will win. They're going to want him in the EC. Well, he could defend his #1 contendership thing in there. Will they want him in the Elimination Chamber? Yeah, they probably will. But yeah, maybe you're right. There's a way of getting him in there, though, isn't it? It's not that difficult to get Cena. Or you could just have a singles match. Just tick one of the dream match boxes off. One of the ones that we really want to see from Cena during his year. Just have him do that. If he comes, it will be Matt, surely. Yeah, but if you want the pop, you got to play O Radio. Oh, he's so legit.
You know what time it is? You better get in when you fit in. Cause tonight, I'm about to beat your ass from post to post, live on NBC, from coast to coast. You know what I mean? 5, 2.
Buzzing. Absolutely. He does have a great voice. He's a brilliant promo, isn't he? Proper intensity. He's so good. He's just... There are so many people in WWE that I just think, future world champ, future world champ, future world champ. He's certainly toward the top of the list. Will he be Cardona or Ryder? I reckon if they were to do it, sorry, I was talking about this and I got distracted by the brilliance of Jacob Fatu. If they were to do it, they would give him his old theme music back, but bill him as Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona is going to pop up on the name slate. They're not going to... They might say, formerly known as Zack Ryder or something like that. But yeah, I think he'd want to be Matt Cardona, and I think that's totally reasonable as well. I think he should be Matt Cardona if he comes back. But if you want the pop, if it's a Rumble return, you give him the theme music, obviously. Will they do Cena versus Orton one more time? Yes, I think so. Yeah, I reckon they will. I don't think it'll necessarily be for anything. I just think they'll do it. It would be daft not to, wouldn't it? Jonathan, thank you very much. Brett, again, thank you. I feel like Cena isn't winning anything big for a while. He'll fail at the Rumble, go to the Chamber, and maybe even fail there. He isn't winning that belt, maybe even directly challenging for that belt until the end of the year, maybe even retires with it. You don't think they'd want to do John Cena in a world title match at WrestleMania? I really disagree. I don't think the storyline that they're going to go with is him failing for most of the year and then doing it. Personally.
They might want to change it to Blackheart when it has to do with this man, Jacob Fatu. He's in there against a former world champion, former Intercontinental champion, 2-time tag team champion.
When did Braun get so hairy?
Competitor, 380 pounds of Braun Strowman.
Looks like George Steele.
Oh, and Strowman showing off his strength and power to Fatu. What do they say, Pat?
And super powerful, thank you very much as well. Is the Rumble actually fun? Surely any match could be hyped if the winner got the Mania main event. Also, Sammy heel turn is crazy talk. I wasn't talking about that. Is the Rumble actually fun? Yeah. It's not just about the winner getting the Mania main event shot. Like, that's a big thing, obviously, a big part of it. It's just the complete unpredictability of it. The mini stories that are told within the match. You never know what you're going to get, do you? And I've said it 1,000 times, but genuinely, even a bad Rumble I still enjoy. Like, I could go back and watch some of the poorer Rumbles in history and still have a good time. I just love them. Maybe they're more appealing for, like, long-term viewers of WWE because of the nostalgia stuff. I'm straight into a break again. Did Strowman forget his wrestling gear? He looks off tonight, doesn't he? Somebody said that about Sheamus earlier. Doesn't look quite right. Yeah, the Rumble is or the Rumbles are the best matches of the year. Like, yeah, I love them. We're doing, in fact, on Thursday afternoon. I think this has been announced on Patreon, but it is happening. If it hasn't been announced, I'll announce it right now. Myself and Andrew are going to be watching the Royal Rumble 2020 full pay-per-view on Thursday afternoon. I think we're starting at 1. So we're gonna do the entire thing. It was either 1 or 2, but it's Thursday afternoon. If you're free, come along and join. And it's a Patreon exclusive thing. So if you enjoy the reactions, especially with myself and Andrew, then do come and join us for it. And I'm buzzing for it. It won by a landslide. We gave like 4 options. I can't remember what they were. It was like the 2024 Rumble, the 2020 Rumble, which won, the 1992 Rumble. I can't remember what the other one was. Will that stream for the 2020 Rumble be left up? I don't know how it works. We're doing it on Vimeo, right? Because we're going to shoe Rellin. We're going to do it on Vimeo. So, yeah, I assume so. I don't really use Vimeo. We use it for like video uploads, but I assume live streams are automatically turned into VODs. So yeah, it should be left up. And there's like a live chat on there and everything, so people will be able to interact. Won't be taking donations or anything like that. It's just for people generous enough to give to our Patreon. So thank you if you do turn up. It'll be lovely to see Illegal Rellin. Oh, it's transformative, isn't it? We're adding our analysis. It's educational. Just keep it under wraps. Will you, Cultaholic, be reacting to this year's Rumble? We certainly will, myself and Andrew. Saturday evening. Next Saturday evening. In fact, this time, next week, we'll both be live. And hopefully I'll still be in the contest for it. We're going to learn so much today. We always do. I already told you about pole dancers and the way that the pole rotates. Adam, what's behind the left door? Oh my God, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing door stuff, Emmett. Just leave me alone. It's just bedding. It's old bedding and clothes that I've not bothered putting in the loft yet. It's not interesting. Pay-per-views on Saturday is miles better. Yeah, it's really good. It gives you a little bit of a chance to sort of recover ahead of going back to work on Monday. Hey, Adam, what did you think about the 2002 Chamber match? Love it, mate. Oh, you're role-playing as Shawn Michaels, aren't you? Great super kick tonight, by the way, Sean. You've still got it. Will you be doing the random picks again without cheating this year? Well, we didn't cheat last year for a start. Yes, we are going to do the random picks for the Final Four. That's the way that we're going to do it. Yes. Well, I was hoping to enjoy this match. Yeah, well, hopefully they're getting the ad break out of the way quick so we can just crack on and see lots of it. It should be going back any second now, I think. Lofts are great. What do you mean lofts are great? Lofts are great, yeah. Lofts are great. I love the Rumbles, but I love a Money in the Bank or Chamber match. You're allowed to like all of them. Rumble's the best one, though. No doubt Rumble's the best one. Just saw Tony is Timeless again. Is she actually? Oh, yeah, it's Saturday night, isn't it? Is she really? Have they done that? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're sold out tonight at San Antonio.
I'm a fan of WWE, but I think Omega best world. He is incredible. I'm so glad that he's back and we get to watch him again. I still just hope they put the strap on him again. The Moxley stuff clearly isn't working. And you know what? I think it's at the point that they're not going to be able to bring fans back round to it. I really think no matter how good it got, fans are done with it, aren't they? I haven't hated it as much as other people seem to, but it's doing them no favours. Brett, again, thank you. I didn't even know Vimeo could stream. Yeah, I only learned that. I had to look it up as well. That's something. I've proper gone off Bellator. I'm too stupid for it. I can only play Plasma and Checkered Deck, and I still can't do the hardest difficulty. I quit. Back to stupid Battle Pass crap instead. I'll teach you, mate. I think I'm really good at it. I think I'm alright for once at a video game. I love poker anyway. The curve goes, you start and you just play flushes all the time. Then you experiment with other hands. And then you just get straight back into flushes. Flushes are the way to go. Isolate a suit. What's Braun going for? Oh, he's doing his choo-choo. Do you think we'll ever genuinely... see a genuinely random surprise Rumble winner ever again? Or has it become too template? I think we will. This year isn't the one for it. Yeah, I mean, it's a match to truly make someone, isn't it? The Jordan Grace pitch. That'd be a truly random / surprise winner, and it could happen. You've talked me into it, and I'm getting carried away, and it's going to be playing on my mind now. And then I won't pick her, and she'll win. Bloody hell. Jacob Fatu over the announce table into the barricade. Number 30, 3, 2, 1. Ding dong, it's Pretty Young. She hits all in sight with the Dawson Destroyer. She wins and runs off with her manager Steven, who says no. Triple H probably again catches him. Samoan drop onto the announce table. I'm all for it. Coming out to greatest love of all, obviously. They've been out there for longer than 10, that's for sure. I agree, Braun has slowed up a little bit. He's been doing it for some time at this point. He's a big guy, isn't he? Not easy. Hip attack after hip attack. It's not a hip attack, really, is it? Jesus Christ. Is this referee stoppage? I think they might be going referee stoppage. Just again and again. Still going. I mean, it's impactful if it's referee stoppage on Braun Strowman. Another? Putting his hands on the ref. No way, he's going to get DQ'd. That's a DQ. And he's just killing Braun. Well, this is what I wanted to see. Braun needs some help here. Ding, ding, ding. DQ. Braun Strowman wins, but he's not looking especially strong. Love it. Big fan. That was quicker than expected. I like the result. Not the result. The battering. I'm all for. I wish we'd seen a bit more of it, but hey, Jacob looks amazing. So. Is Mark Henry going to put a stop to this? Or Fluffy? Alundra Blaze? Different people. I'm not calling Alundra Blaze Fluffy. Is he bleeding from the mouth? Oh my God! Lobs a chair into security's head. Nicole, this is out there. Who's LA Knight, maybe? Oh my God, the bloody blood capture, fantastic. Davari's out there. It is, yeah, it's the sort of Bronson Reed, just relentless onslaught. It's great. It's working for me. He's going up top. Tsunami! It's not. The moonsault. Amazing. Oh, he's so good. All the staff, I think, just trying to roll Braun out the ring. Nah, I love this. Crowd chanting one more time. It very much is the Bronson. And again, watch yourself. Oh, so picture perfect every time. Even Tama's going, nah, that's enough. I complained because bloody, hey, we didn't get enough match, but that more than makes it worth it, doesn't it? Crowd so behind him. And he's going back. One more. Watch yourself. That blood looks so good, doesn't it? Braun selling it beautifully as well. You got to give credit to Braun there. But, oh, that was... so great. Just love it. Brett, thank you very much as well, mate. Oh, man, look at that. Backstage, main event is almost on. Gunther versus Jey Uso. Brett, thank you. The ref's lovely blue shirt has made me remember the absolute dreck of the new designs. The refs on Raw look like a bargain bin bowling team that put their kit on the wrong wash settings. I don't mind them. Do you really not like them? I've seen some people saying the whole sort of aesthetic of the show is a little bit dark for them. Sort of generally speaking, I'm into it. Genuinely looks like a core design somebody gave up on. Up the Fatu. Up the Fatu. Up the Fatu. No, I don't mind him too much. I do love the blue. I do love the blue. Big fan of Fatu. Thank you, Crew Kid, by the way. Big fan of Fatu. But I am a little bummed they've done all this at Solo's expense, essentially. I think Solo is great. I've really sort of grown to enjoy all of his stuff. Jacob's where the money is. Really. And it's just an unfortunate part of it, isn't it? Like, they're in the same stable and one's outshining the other. I don't know how you can easily avoid that. I'm not sure you can. Should have had Solo at the entrance there waiting. Yeah, that was a nice step, yeah. Adam as well, thank you very much. This could definitely lead to storyline changes. Agreed. I thought LA Knight might come out there, show his face, continue that stuff. Dragonberry Mead as well, thank you very much. There is nothing more deadly in pro wrestling than butt-based offense. You're not wrong. Bonsai drop, hip attack. What other butt? Hogan's leg drop near the butt. Yeah, that was fantastic stuff. So does anyone have Jey picking up a win here? Anyone think there's an outside chance? Cheers, Mark. Thanks for popping in. Stinkface, obviously. Good shout. Meant to post sooner. Thank you, Eli. But Shawn Michaels' bald head is brighter than my future. Also up the Fatu. Up the Fatu, indeed. Up the Fatu. I mean, you know what? It shows the sort of different audiences that different channels get. Because I looked at WWE's Instagram and they were hyping the match, the Gunther Jey Uso match. And a lot of the top comments that were on there were sort of to the effect of, hey, if Jey doesn't win, we riot sort of stuff. And obviously you got a lot of more sort of casual fans that just love Jey Uso and maybe don't like Gunther's lack of catchphrases or something like that. But people were wanting him to win. He's just super over, isn't he? Super over. Hey, Adam. Hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you, Dave. Just bought Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Switch and thought of you when I was playing it. If you know, you know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a big fan of those games, though. Also, Jacob looks the bollocks. Yes, he certainly does. So weird, the bollocks thing. Like, if you say... It must be so confusing for our American viewers. Because if I say I'm doing a YouTube, like a news video or something, and I say, well, that was bollocks, wasn't it? That means it was bad. The word the before bollocks means it was brilliant. And the dog's bollocks means really, really good. My mum once got called when she was at work the dog's bollocks by somebody. She was almost in tears. She was absolutely gutted about being called the dog's bollocks because it doesn't sound nice, does it? And how come dog's bollocks is a positive thing? What's positive about dog's bollocks? Where's that come from? Yeah, the bollocks equals good. Bollocks equals bad. Sorry, Americans who don't even say bollocks in any context. As an American, I completely understand the difference. Thank you, DePoopinator. At least DePoopinator gets it. He's switched on. With a name like that, of course he's bloody switched on. Hi, Adam. Where did you get your nice cardigan from? My deceased grandfather. Went home for Christmas. Nan said that Granddad, who passed away last year, there's a bunch of his clothes, and did I want any? And there were a few bits that I really like. I really like it. Thank you for the nice compliment. Thank you. Cheers. It's from Edinburgh Woolen Mill, I believe. And yeah, cheers. Hellboy, I'm going to miss the Royal Rumble 2025 for a housewarming party, so if you could have as many sync points on the stream as possible, I'd appreciate it. I'll do my best to do that. We've started holding the screen up sometimes. I'll see what we can do. As I'll be avoiding social media to watch it the night after and want your guys' involvement. Love you guys. Yeah, we need to find an easy way of doing it without violating copyright. We show something for like 6 seconds, it comes straight down. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Class. Show it for 5 seconds. I'm not a very good counter. Some sort of timer, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how it'd work. Oh, nice. Are we getting a bit of a tribute to Mean Gene? The Okerlund position. That was nice. Nice little nod. Joe looks like he's about to cry. The Okerlund position, that's really nice. I don't think they've used that before, have they? Unless I was talking over it last time when they called it that. That's... Big fan. Absolutely buzzing for it. 1 week until the Rumble. Hey, I've just seen Shinsuke there. Hasn't his US title reign been great? Really good. Yeah, Owens is doing something bonkers. Also, fantastic to see the WWE Tag Team titles defended not just on pay-per-view, but on one of the big 4 pay-per-view. The second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Absolutely fantastic. And that's going to be a banger as well, those 2 teams. It is about time. It is about time. Hopefully, it's the start of it moving forward as well, and it becomes a consistent feature. Oh, here's iShow Speed.
I'm out in San Antonio, Texas, getting ready for Saturday night's main event tonight. But I wanted to take a minute. I want to give you a call. I want to see if you want to come out to the Rumble next week. Can I stream? Oh, yeah, you can stream. Look, you can...
I bet he can show the wrestling.
You can come talk to all the superstars. You can stream with them. Even John Cena.
I think you might be right.
You can see him. You can stream.
He might enter the Rumble and live stream it. They're going to do that, aren't they? What's his gimmick? I don't really know what he does. I know he streams video games. Didn't he set fire to his flat or something? Bollocks was it the bollocks. It was the dog's bollocks. What? Bollocks was it the bollocks. It was the dog's bollocks. I know we were talking about it a minute ago. I don't know what you're on about here, Adam. What are you trying to say, mate? Would the winner of the ladder match be the undisputed WWE champion? Yes. A good point. Oh, here comes Jay. Any doobies? No, he's there solo. Brett, thank you very much. Ever since Triple H got his hands on this show, the endless humanization of the star positions and the tributes has been amazing. Refs constantly getting name dropped. The Okerlund position just there. Night and day from what it was. Proper feel-good stuff. It's a nod, just a little acknowledgement for long-time viewers, isn't it? It's another thing I've talked about many times before, but it always felt, in some small way, with Vince in charge, we were being shamed for liking wrestling, because it wasn't wrestling, it was sports entertainment, and you couldn't even use the word. And it's like, right, if you're not proud to be presenting a wrestling programming, why should we be proud to be fans? And that's gone now. And it is refreshing. I really agree with you, mate. Sorry, I wasn't yeeting. It's very late. It's a bit late to be yeeting. I've got neighbours. Stephen Larson, thank you very much. Adam, you are very good looking. My sister wants to shag you. Are you keen? Probably not, really, but thank you for the offer. It's the cardigan, isn't it? It's the cardigan that's doing it. And the t-shirt, which is now too big for me. That's very kind of you, Stephen Larson. Not Steve. And that wasn't Steve and Larson, by the way, commenting that. The comment is from Stephen, Stephe. I'll move on. It meant it was better than just the bollocks. What the dog's bollocks is? Why do you like dog's bollocks so much? Where did that come from? Can someone look that up? Can someone get on? Where do you look for? Urban Dictionary. I almost said Snopes there. My grandmother is single. No, I'm good. Yeah, Americans wouldn't say shag. That's a very good, unless they've been watching Austin Powers, which they should be, because it's a great film. The cat's bollocks are better in it. Don't write. We've been on the rails here for the entire stream. It's been fairly sensible. Emmett aside, it's been quite a normal stream talking about wrestling. I've really, really enjoyed this evening. It's been really nice. Let's not pull it off the rails now, okay? Because we're doing really well. And that doesn't happen too often, does it? I think we're on a bit of a roll with this stream. And let's not just start verging into silliness. It's not what I'm here for. Lyndon, thank you very much. The most over gimmick in WWE is over thanks to two lads getting steaming before a presser. Just goes to show that drinking does lead to great choices. Oh, you're talking about the Cody Jay stuff? I think Jay was a lot more steaming than Cody. Was Cody drunk though? I've never heard them really talk about it or anything. I love watching that back. Jay must be a nightmare to be around. A nutter. Just a complete... It was such a funny thing. I remember watching it live, or very, very soon after it might have been, and just thinking, this is, speaking of going off the rails, but it was so endearing, wasn't it? Like Cody not being able to keep a straight face as Jay just runs wild, brother. And are you ready to top it? What, the bollock? What? It was the dog's bollocks. It was the dog's bollocks of a presser, that's for sure. I guess some interesting stuff happened on Collision. It sounds like it, doesn't it? The Tony Storm thing I'm interested by. I'll have a look after I finish this. I never watched presses, but I watched that live and I was dying of laughter the entire time. So glad I watched it. Yeah, it felt like they were sort of letting their hair down, wasn't it? Because quite often it's like media friendly, for good reason. It's a presser. But yeah, it was... It's fun when things like, they feel like they're going wrong. Aaron, thank you very much. iShowSpeed accidentally got his knob out on stream. How do you do that accidentally? Darkside Phil. Didn't get it out though. It was out, but at least you just saw his lovely face. Brett, thank you very much. Honestly, can't wait for the Rumble. I'm now at the point I don't even need the surprises. The mini stories and main story are enough for me. But man, why does it feel like the Women's Rumble will be dominated by returning stars? First and final two, Flair and Lynch. No, because I don't want either of them to win. I mean, I might end up predicting Flair, but I don't actually want her to win. I think she probably will win. Yeah, I think she probably will win. Yeah, you might be onto something there. I mean, the Women's Rumble is often dominated by returning stars. I guess in part because they've not got as many women on their roster as men. And they don't get the TV time that the guys do, so not as many of them are built up to the point that you think, oh, that's a viable winner, or even that they're in with a slight shout. The Dog's Bollocks was a BMX for some reason. They called it BMX, the Dog's Bollocks. That's interesting. Alan, thank you very much. What's a Rumble entrance that would pop you and only a very small handful of other people? I've been robbed of an Abyss Rumble cameo. Mate, Abyss would be bloody brilliant. And he should have that as well. He really should have that. Gunther making his entrance right now. I'm trying to think of people who could come back and still go. We're big hardcore Holly fans. Well, two of us especially are big hardcore Holly fans at Cultaholic. I love him because I think he's really, really funny. And Lewis one of our brilliant writers, is also a big Bob Holly mark. So, if that buzzer goes off and you hear, "How do you like me now?" I'd be over the moon. Not to steal from Jack, but just because it would be great and he's still in amazing shape. But Steve Blackman would be brilliant. Mojo, of course, Mojo. I don't think that's going to happen either. Dolph would be kind of cool and is now possible because of the TNA thing. Al Snow, Jimmy Wang Yang. Yeah, Jimmy Wang Yang would be fun. Maven would be nice, just while he's like so popular at the moment. One fall. Lyndon, Knob fell out playing Five Nights at Freddy's. If there's any game where your knob shouldn't fall out, Five Nights at Freddy's is up there with like Roblox and Club Penguin, isn't it? He got attacked by the female chicken and started hip thrusting in baggy shorts. Not gonna lie, impressive. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad it didn't disappoint Lyndon. I didn't know that. During Five Nights at Freddy's, though. His audience is pretty young as well, isn't it? I'm too old for him. Adam, are you in the Rumble this year? Contractually, I can't say, mate. But make sure you're watching. And if you don't see me in our office, you'll know why. One day. One day. I think this should be a good match. Bloody hell, we just lost 10 minutes with nothing there, didn't we? Ad break entrances. We've now got 18 minutes before the show finishes. He did a weird thing on Minecraft once too, which got a lot of criticism. I don't want to ask. Gunther immediately with a big strong kick. Taking Jay down. We've just, I haven't, have I recorded it yet? Yeah, I have. We're just doing a list of 10 wrestlers you won't believe are, like, still wrestling. And there were a few on there that I had no idea were still going. Barbarian was on there. I don't think he'd get much of a pop. Shane Douglas is still wrestling, like, wrestled, like, 40 times last year or something daft like that. Still doing the Weekend Warrior thing while working a second job as well. Who else was on there? Super Crazy. I saw a bloody video of Super Crazy that was recorded. Ad break again. Are you taking the piss? At least we're getting just the match now. This is surely the last ad break. Super Crazy is still going, and I saw a clip of him doing a moonsault from the balcony. It was like ECW stuff from the balcony. God, how tall? 15 feet in the air or something? And he's like, yeah, right, you saw it. Main event, did you see it? How old's Super Crazy now? Late 50s, early 60s? I'm going to take a punt at... Actually, no, I'm going to take a punt at 56. He is super. He is crazy. He is... Oh, he's only 51. Done him a disservice there, haven't I? I've done him a disservice. That wasn't nice on me. Well, he's still jumping off big stuff. It was as if he's only 51. He does look older, doesn't he? Well, it still impressed me. And I didn't know Shane Douglas was still going, let alone having 40-odd matches a year. He started wrestling very young, most luchas do. Yeah, he did, yeah. I always thought he was older than he was when he was like doing ECW stuff and WWF stuff, WWE stuff. Tajiri is still going. Tajiri is in Newcastle. I think it's this summer. He's over for North Wrestling. Tajiri's a really good answer to the Rumble entrant that would get me to pop big. Always loved Tajiri. Yeah, let's go with Tajiri out of all of them. He does. You're right, Seth Rollins. He does own that promotion. I had to pronounce that in the video, and I don't think I got it right, and I think I'm going to have to re-record it. Kyushu Pro? Is that how you pronounce it? Pirate Paul Burchill. I think Paul Burchill's retired now, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he is. Trying to think who else was on the list. It was a really fun list to record, actually. Just because, like, did a quick scan of it before I went in, but it had been edited, so I just went in there blind to record the thing. And the names started coming. It was like, no way is he still going. No way. Trevor Murdoch Rumble pop. Again, it wouldn't get the pop. But I love Murdoch as well. Just the sort of old school feel that he's always had. Despite the fact that when he came in and he was doing the stuff with Lance Cade, he was probably in his 20s, wasn't he? I think he was pretty young. Mid to late 20s, but looked like a 45-year-old that you'd see in Weatherspoons in the corner. Supping a beer. Is Elijah Burke still going? Burchill still wrestles in NWA. Is that right? I didn't realise that. Is that a recent thing? I had no idea. Yeah, Bobby Roode would be class. And get the pop. You play Glorious. Tanaka was on there. Yes, Jack Rogers. Yeah, Tanaka was on there. Crazy stuff, right? Sandow I'd like back. Weird one, Sandow, isn't it? Because, like, won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Obviously didn't go on to become a world champion. Then went away. And I thought he was going to do like what Cody and Drew ended up doing. Go away and prove WWE wrong and increase their value. I thought Aaron Stevens was going to do that, and it just didn't happen. The sort of Liberace thing he did in TNA was... There's certainly a ceiling with that sort of gimmick. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Get Tajiri in the Rumble, get him some Regal action. Yeah. Obviously, Regal's not going to be in the Rumble, but Regal coming out with him would be nice. WCPW legend. That's right. But he was so hot. When WCPW brought him in, it was very soon. I've got a feeling it was certainly his first UK show after his WWE release, but I think it might have been his first. If not, it was one of his first post-WWE shows. And he came over, and I remember him saying afterwards, or overhearing anyway, him saying, I didn't think they were going to pop for me, and I certainly didn't think that they were going to be chanting Aaron Stevens. He was a lovely guy, and he was really sort of humbled by the fact that it felt that he had moved past Damien Sandow and that the crowd were Aaron Stevens. It meant a lot to him. I thought it was really nice. Shamrock is a possibility, for sure. Shamrock would be awesome. And I love his theme, so yes, please. Sorry, right. Gunther, Jey Uso. Jey thrown to the corner. With some power. Brett, again, thank you. Loving Saturday night's main event, but my god, Raw has spoiled me. These ad breaks starring Vacant. You could park Rikishi's arse in these games. Yeah, they're a bit... At least, that's the last one. That's all we got to worry about now. Can't wait for the other shows to officially move to Netflix in the US so they can match the format. I think we're just counting down the days at this point, aren't we? Still a little while away, obviously. Need intermittent, unfiltered Wade, correct. Couldn't agree more, mate. We are spoiled. And the fact that they're not just airing, like, video packages or... They're actually... it's not the most enthralling original programming or anything, but at least they're filling those ad breaks up with stuff, which is entertaining to watch. I won't lie, I've only watched one live, so I don't know what the video on demand is like, because I know they cut some of it down, that first Raw. I haven't watched any Raw live, just been watching the VODs. But yeah, it's nice. Was missing the network the other day. I needed to watch a world-class championship wrestling match, and I knew it was on the network before it went down. Didn't have access to it, and I don't think they're going to upload much world-class to Netflix. Just a hunch. But I don't think we'll be getting any AWA or Smoky Mountain anytime soon. I found it, don't worry. Drop kick. Looking for the power bomb. Early days. Hits it. For a 1, 2, 2. Wonder how well WWE is doing for Netflix. Well, apparently the Netflix execs were very, very happy, or are very, very happy with the performance so far. Obviously, we don't really get the same level of metrics that we got when it was on TV. Has there been any word of the library being removed from Peacock? I've not read anything, mate. But yeah, I guess watch it while you can. Because there's so much stuff that's, I don't think, it's like big stuff to wrestling fans. Like a lot of the WCW shows, a lot of ECW shows. A lot of the original programming that they made for the network. Holy Foley. I think those things will just sort of, they won't be lost because people will have downloaded them. But they're never going to make it over, are they? The Vault channel's really good. The Vault channel's really good. But you look, the network had thousands and thousands of shows on there. I imagine right now there's no legal way of watching NXT UK, which is perhaps the biggest tragedy. And I was wrong about the commercial breaks. There is another commercial break, which has just started now. As we went to commercial, Gunther laying in the boots to Jay on the apron. My voice is going. Yeah, Camp WWE. Ride Along, Legends House. Great shout. Great shout. Not watched that in ages. Who was in there? You had Tony Atlas, Hillbilly Jim, Hacksaw. Bloody hell. Jimmy Hart. There were 8, weren't there? Piper was in there. Of course Piper was in there. Was the Fink in there? Pat Patterson. Yep. I think we're missing 1 or 2 more. I can't remember who they are. I've not watched it in so long. I loved it. Mean Gene? Yeah, I got Hillbilly Jim. Snitsky wasn't in there. Oddly enough, Gene Snitsky didn't make it. Okerlund. Briscoe? Yeah, Briscoe feels like he might have been in there. Yeah, Pat's official on camera coming out, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't remember too much, but I remember really, really enjoying it. And obviously it was super scripted. Well, not super scripted, but super produced reality TV. But it was cool, wasn't it? There's just something so nice about watching the old timers. I'm a member of a load of Facebook groups that are just like centered around wrestling conventions. And I'll spend bloody hours just looking through pictures of fans meeting wrestlers from the 80s and 90s. And I just find them so, like, fascinating. Really love them. Jesse and Festus weren't in Legends House, I don't believe. Oh yeah, the Edge and Christian show. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? There you go, you've done it. Tony Atlas, Pat Patterson, Jim Duggan, Howard Finkel, Hillbilly Jim, Jimmy Hart, Roddy Piper, yeah, it was Mean Gene, yeah. Did you see Sting isn't doing face paint at conventions anymore? Also has a very nice goatee. Has he got a goatee now? I didn't see that he's not doing the face paint at conventions anymore. He's retired, isn't he? Yeah. No Name, thank you very much. Hey there, Shagger. With the stacked rosters nowadays, with the men's Rumble suit having 40 participants, if they stick to 30, seems like a lot of upper mid-carders will miss out. Wouldn't mind seeing it up the dog's bollocks. Well, they tried it once, didn't they? Obviously, they did the 51 in Saudi, which was just daft. The 41 isn't fondly remembered. They didn't have the roster that they had, granted. And maybe it's not fondly remembered because I think that was the year that Del Rio won. Was it? Yeah, it was. Del Rio won that one. And it wasn't a great Rumble anyway. They've got enough people that they could do a 40-man Rumble, for sure. I don't think they will. But I remember feeling, even at the time, that Del Rio one was a bit of a slog. And just generally quite underwhelming. The bit with Santino was great. Somebody mentioned it earlier. When he rolls back in and he's... You know, he hits the Cobra that time, and then he looks to throw Del Rio out. Del Rio reverses, spins around, and chucks him over the top. Sorry, there's a world title match going on. I'm talking about bloody Santino Marella. Super kick! And Alberto Del Rio. I think we'll get a 31st entrant in the upcoming Rumble. Well, I was speculating on this, saying that I think it's a possibility that Rock does the number 31 thing, uses his exec sway to do it. And I think it'd be good as well. And if Rock is going to be at WrestleMania, I think he's going to be in a world title match, perhaps. That said, no, him and Cody are friends again, aren't they? We know this. 2 count for Jay. Man, I hope they do another Southpaw Regional Wrestling season with Cena back. Get Lance Catamaran barely hanging on as the show fully goes off the rails. That show was peak WWE Network. It was great fun, that. Last time the Good Brothers got a pop on WWE, technically. Yeah. They were brilliant on that. It was a great show anyway. It does sort of worry me. With the Netflix stuff, we're going to see less original programming. More compilations of stuff. Obviously, they did the Big E thing, and there's a few other bits on there. But it's just compilations of matches, generally speaking. I can't see Netflix, for example, doing a documentary on the Bret Hart-Tom McGee match, for example, which I love. The Holy Grail documentary that they did. They did the Vlad Superfan documentary. That was great. Took ages to come out, but I just don't see that stuff happening with Netflix. Jay with a near fall. It's been good, this. And I've been talking about Mean Gene Okerlund. Both men down right now. Only got a few minutes left, you would imagine. No, not wrong with Mean Gene. No, of course not. You distracted me with old school wrestling. And it's a I mean, this is awesome chance, and it is. It's a really, really good match. And I got distracted yet again. I'll get good at my job one day. Hurricane Rana. Spear! Cole's great here. 2 count. Spear not enough to put him away. It's been a really fun show. Really fun show. Looking for the super kick. Hits it. Looking for the... No, Gunther straight back up. Another... No way. Looking for the splash. It's not happening. It's not happening. Bloody hits it as well. No way. Bloody hell. That got me. That was his chance. That was bloody good, that. I thought Gunther was going to catch him or roll out. 2 spears and a splash. Not enough. Of course he's not winning. That was great, though. I'm glad it wasn't just me that got there. Looking for one more spear. Catches him. Powerbomb. And another. And that's your lot. Oh, God. Putting all his weight on top of him. Needed 2 powerbombs to do it. Back to back. Great match, that. Hey, I got a match prediction wrong. I thought that Jacob Fatu was just going to beat Braun Strowman. But I think Braun Strowman won by DQ there, so more fool me. Only one man looked like a winner. Yeah. That was great, wasn't it? That was really, really fun. I was wondering if people would be interested in this second Saturday night's main event. Second recent Saturday night's main event. Just because the hype didn't seem to be there. But I'm definitely gonna keep doing these. Yeah, it's been really good, that. It's been really good, that. It was almost a sentence. It was pretty mid, to be honest. Well, I disagree, Jack. I think it was upper mid. Gunther saved his finishers like on 2K24. Yeah. Those back-to-back power bombs. That'll do it.
I think Gunther gained some respect for Jey Uso tonight. Gunther
Yeah, 3 a.m. bedtime as well. I'm 5 meters away from my bed. No having to try and get an Uber home at 5 in the morning. Why does Cornette hate Omega so much? Personal? I don't know. I don't pay much attention to it, to be honest. It's too much drama. A drama-filled week for the internet wrestling community. Whatever that means, doesn't it? I just turn off now. Can't be arsed with it. Bollocks. I'll just sit here and talk about Mean Gene until people don't want to watch anymore. Will you stick around while I talk about Mean Gene? Not now. I'm going to bed. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Thank you so much for the donations and all that stuff as well. That's really, really kind of you. Really do appreciate it massively. That's me done. Not Jim Davidson as well, or Cilla Black. No, absolutely not. Thank you, everyone. Cheers. So what we got coming up this week? We've got really good stuff coming up this week. I mean, we always do, obviously. We have got a Rumble-themed Weirdest episodes going live tomorrow. Jack the Jobber presenting that. It's on Patreon now, if you want to watch. Ava Star, thank you very, very much. Thanks for the stream. Always a lot of fun. I've had a great night tonight. I'm in a brilliant mood. I mean, it's all the caffeine that I just downed before starting, I think. Monday, we've got a Rumble-themed list. Tuesday, Ross talks about it on the podcast. He is doing another one of those psychic videos where a psychic predicts what will happen in the Royal Rumble. Then you got pictures. Then you got predictions. Then you got the podcast. And then you can join me and Andrew live. Oh, and as I say, over on Patreon on Thursday afternoon, if you want to watch Royal Rumble 2020 with us, we'll shoe the Relin, then please do it. It'd be lovely. I have no idea how it's going to go. No idea how it's going to go at all. We've never done it before, and so it'd be nice to have some people to chat to about Mean Gene Okerlund. Will I be back? Will I be back when? Tuesday. You can see me on Twitch on Tuesday. And you'll see me on predictions. And I'm doing news as well, Thursday and Friday. And you'll see me on Saturday night alongside the wonderful, always wonderful, magnificent Andrew Hodkinson. Is this goodbye? This isn't goodbye. Not just yet, mate. Not just yet. Right, that's me done. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, have a good week. Rumble. Way. Woo. At least I won tonight. Acknowledge me. It's for you, mate. Lyndon, thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.